ready? Joey, 500. Got some goats in the building. Get ready for a shakedown.
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man. Y'all get it. My QB got swag. My wideout is award winning. His fly was fly. Joey and 500. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown. Here comes the shakedown.
Let's go.
Yo, everybody doing? King Dingbat here, and welcome to another Philly Shakedown podcast. Today is a happy occasion because the Eagles, not only did they get the win against the stinking Giants, but the Eagles currently possess the 7th seed into the playoffs and control their own destiny. Joey Shakes, what is happening, my man?
Not much. How you doing? We got the Eagles. Don't you frown. The Giants got a beat down today.
Yes,
a little bit late though. But the first half of this game was probably the most aggravating, and it's not even like the Eagles were on a bye week. It's not like it was a short week, so you figured like they'd be ready to go, you know, and with the short time that they had to prepare for this game, not much to prepare for with this team with the Giants starting Jake Fromm, their third-string quarterback. So It was interesting.
It was an interesting game, to say the least. What's going on, everybody? Shayon, Gigi Meta's here. I see Philly 215. Kara's here. You know we're in good shape when Kara's here monitoring the chat because she will double moonwalk that ass. We got iDrip in here. We got everybody in here. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I mean, look, this game was really a tale of two halves because I thought they stunk, especially offensively. Okay, they stunk in the first half, and it's more than just Jalen Hurts. It's not just Jalen Hurts. I thought they were bad across the board, including play calling, which was not really that good either.
No, like play calling, it was very vanilla, barely ran the football. And when they did, it worked, and then they strayed away from it. It was Hurts' mechanics. They were dropping the ball, I don't know how many times. I mean, it was over and over. It kept dropping the football. Remember Miles Sanders was telling everybody on Twitter, like, don't be booing us in our stadium. He drops it, and the fans really gave it all to him. But,
this game was crazy. Opening kickoff, fumble by Professor Kenneth Gainwell, and it's recovered by the man with two left feet as hands, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. I can't believe he recovered it. Then on like the first down play, easy pillow pass again to Goddard, drops it. Then Hurts throws the interception that really should have been a pick. The guy dropped it. And then Hurts fumbles it again. We get it back. I mean, we lucked out early on. And the fact that they had Jake Fromm, who don't even spell his name right. It's F-R-O-M is how you spell Fromm. Okay, the fact that he was the quarterback was the only reason it wasn't 21-0 early on in this game.
Yeah, Fromm was really bad. I mean, it was to a point where, they were throwing the ball with him. He was underthrowing, overthrowing, and he just I don't even know why he even started. I don't even know why they even. I would have rather. Look, I don't understand why they took him out. Like what is Glennon and that long, stupid neck going to do for you? Fromm was 6 of 17 for 25 yards. I mean, did the Giants, Joe Judge, when it was like, what was it, like 20-3 or 21-3? Did he really go, oh, we're going to win this game? Like, what? I didn't even understand it at all. You know what I mean? I would take like 5 of those passes off because everything underneath was open at the end of the game. So he really didn't do much of anything.
Yeah, dude, it is 56-7. Dallas is throwing a beating of a lifetime on Washington. Yeah. And they still got Parsons and guys out there. They're all trying to get garbage time sacks. That's the Cowboys. Garbage time. 11:45 left. It's 56-7, and they're playing Parsons so he can get garbage time sacks. And then people are going to say, oh, he's the next LT. Please. I just had to get that out. You know?
But yeah, in the first half, it was horrible. And they did blitz a little bit more than normal, but I still didn't think it was enough. I mean, I thought you could have blitzed this guy all day. He couldn't. He wouldn't have completed a pass. You know what I mean? At all.
Yeah, at least they did blitz a good amount of times today. But, I think that 4-man pass rush, I think they did a pretty good job. I think Fletcher Cox had a monster day today.
Yeah,
Milton Williams had a sack today. So I thought, take advantage of, plus they lost, I think, a guard or a tackle. I forgot who the other guy they lost. They already didn't have Nate Solder in the game as it was, so they already needed offensive line help. Yeah. They couldn't run the ball. Booker seemed like the better running back than Saquon Barkley.
He does, yeah. He does. And it was like 3-3 at halftime. And I'm thinking, you got to be kidding me. Like, this game shouldn't even be close. But they go into halftime, they come out at halftime, and it starts with McLeod getting that big pick, that big interception. I thought from that point, the game, I thought the whole momentum of the whole game changed at that point,
Yeah, no, it was that, and plus he helped the deflection for the Alex Singleton pick 6, which was great. So he had a lot to do with both of those plays. They just did. Defense kept us in the game the whole game. I don't know what the Giants would have done if we weren't productive on defense in the first half, even giving up the 3 points that Big Play Slay had the pick and dropped it in the end of the second quarter, which really gave him those 3 points anyway. So
right. Yeah. Oh my God, that was that was crazy. That was crazy. But I thought they played better in the second half. I know, I don't know how your stream was, but to my stream, as soon as something goes bad, everybody wants to say bench Jalen Hurts, Jalen Hurts, and you got to be patient. At least you got to let him play. And it's amazing. I even did a poll just out of curiosity. It was 63% of people were put him on the bench. And I'm like, you can't do that yet. You can't do it. And I thought he played a much better second half than in the first, as the whole team did. Still, you can see that he is not where he needs to be as a franchise quarterback, yet, in terms of passing. He's got to get better. He misses Devontae Smith wide open. He underthrows him. Quez Watkins underthrows him. That's the name of the game for Jalen Hurts. Get better at passing, and you're going to be a franchise quarterback. But we got to give him time.
Right. Even the Dallas Goedert throw. Even I thought Dallas Goedert was wide open in the end zone too, and he was sitting there for 3 minutes,
wide open.
These are the things that even going to next year you have to look at. If we're going through the same issues right now with missing wide open guys into week 4 or 5 of next year, it's a problem, and he's got to get better at that. Any other quarterback makes these throws, but who knows what the score would be? Not just this game, but a lot of other games in the past.
Yeah. Cryptologist says, 500, question 500, why must we be patient? Minshew is the best passer we have. Both work for the Eagles. Because the way I see it is that Jalen Hurts has the higher ceiling. Okay, I think he could be a much better pro. If he can become as good or if not better as a passer of Minshew, you've got a whole nother level of a quarterback. So the Eagles, you got to find out if he's the guy. Once you pull Hurts and you put Minshew in, I don't think there's any going back. So to me, you have to be very, very careful about doing that, in my opinion.
And plus, if you take out a quarterback, you're not evaluating. You need a whole year of evaluation. You take away a quarterback, you switch another one. There's been teams in the past where they play a controversy all year, where the better quarterback that still plays, and if they mess up one game, they stick another quarterback. That's not how you build. And plus, he's a second-round pick, guys. We need to know his value, his worth, and what he could do. And obviously, early in the season, we still called him a rookie. Early in the year, probably the first couple of games, because he was thrown to the fire late last year, really late when everything was no offseason with the Eagles, no nothing. Obviously the virus was around. The outside world was kind of crazy. They didn't have much of an offseason. So this year was the first time they had an offseason. They can get these guys together, build that chemistry in the offseason. We knew that a rookie head coach and a rookie quarterback, pretty much, we're going to have issues, that mistakes are going to be made this year. And we're seeing plenty of it. I'm glad we're seeing it so it could be fixed. So
right. Well, I mean, to me, he's got to develop his passer. That's the name of the game. At least he came out in the second half and he was able to get it going. You know what I mean? And Clark Roberts says, unfortunately, Hurts has been missing wide open touchdowns all year. He does. And that's the key to him on whether he's a franchise quarterback long term. I don't know if he is yet. To me, it's wait and see, Dr. Pepe is here, and since Dr. Pepe is here, we need to talk about Miles Sanders. This is kind of the big news coming out of this game is Miles Sanders has a hand injury. They think it may be fractured. It's not looking good. It looks like I think there was an update by Howard Eskin saying that they think it may be a fractured hand. What does that mean? I don't know. Dr. Pepe says, I'm working on Miles right now. He'll be good for the postseason. I mean, I've seen, guys have played with broken hands football before. It happens. Whether Miles can do it or not, I have no idea. But what are your thoughts about Miles and this injury if we lose him for time? I mean, how do you feel about the running game as a whole?
I mean, we've played without Miles before, so I really have no problem with it as long as one of those two guys, whether it's Howard or Sanders, is there. But I heard other news today that Howard might have a stinger injury on top of it.
Yep.
So if you lose both of these guys, then it's a big hit. How come
every time Miles gets hurt, Howard gets hurt? It's like they get hurt at the same time.
Are you trying to not think about Miles Sanders being injury prone? Are you on that level to where you're like, this guy's getting injured, starting to get injured?
Yeah, but I got frustrated today because it's like every time we get this guy going, the next week something happens. It's every other week. It's frustrating. I mean, you just hate to see it, and a broken hand could be out the year. So it sucks. Peter says, Ayo 500. Nick Sirianni is showing he's the coach nobody expected us to have a chance at the playoffs. Even me before the season. I thought at most we'd have 7 wins. Hey, I believed in this guy early. Then I lost confidence early on in the season. And then he's won me back over. I think Nick Sirianni is a good coach. I really like what he's done this year. I really do. He has gone away from what he maybe wants to do, the kind of offense he wants to have for the betterment of the team. So I like him, man. I'm happy with Nick Sirianni.
No, just think about like this though. Like this is a rebuilding team in 2021 that's going to have cap space next year. That's going to have 3 first-round picks next year, and on top of everything else, they have a chance to get into a wild card. When does that happen to a rebuilding team in 1 year? Never really does.
Right. No. And like I said, to me, we were talking. They were talking 3-4 wins. The Eagles have 3-4 wins. I was called by Entertainer and Beta. They said I was on drugs because I said between 7 and 10 wins. Okay, I didn't even say playoffs. I said 7 and 10 wins. And now we're looking at 7 to 10 wins. We're there, and we're talking about a team that currently, right now, is the 7th seed in the playoffs.
Right.
So to me, we're playing with house money, regardless of what happened. We're playing with house money. We got 3 first-round picks. Oh, we need the Saints to lose. I mean, Saints to win tomorrow. Somehow beat Miami. But I think it would be a great achievement to get to the playoffs this year.
So the Vikings lose against the Rams today, which puts them a game back. They still have Green Bay to play, so they might lose that game. Arizona, I forgot who they have left. I know they have somewhat of a tough schedule still, or maybe
I know Arizona. I know they have Dallas. They have Dallas this coming next week. I'm gonna go to the standings right here. I'm gonna pull it up. Let me pull it up for you guys, and let's look at the conference here real quick. Unfortunately, I don't know how to share a screen. If I learned how to do that, I would share it. But you have Green Bay's the 1 seed. After tonight, Washington is going to be Dallas is going to be the 2 seed. The 3 seed, I guess, will be the Rams, and then the Buccaneers 4, something like that. Then you have Arizona is the number 1 wild card, and then the Arizona Cardinals were the best team in the football league. Now they're going to not a division winner, a wild card team. Then you have San Francisco at 8-7, and then you have the Eagles at 8-7. So the Eagles are actually the 7th seed. Then you have New Orleans, who's above and ahead of the Vikings only because they haven't played. So you really are fighting with the Vikings, Saints, and Atlanta. Atlanta's 7-8 too. So the way it works is, let's say you like if it's a 2-team tie, if it's a 2-team tiebreaker, it's head-to-head first. So the Eagles would beat out Atlanta. They would beat out New Orleans. If it's a 3-team tie, it's not head-to-head. I forget how it is. It may be conference wins first. So yeah, we jumped Minnesota today.
Right.
So
with the Saints in contention, right? The Saints are in contention still because they haven't played. So you rather have Miami win that game for draft compensation than have the Saints actually win that game.
Yep. I have to pick between the two. I need the Dolphins to lose a game. I want at least to have that fall back in the top 10. Yeah. Dude, they were 1-7. They were 1-7. And now they're like, what, 7-7? Yeah. It's ridiculous, Kara says Howard's stingers are longer. I know. Why is that, too? That's another. Dude gets a stinger. It's like 4 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a long time.
Oh, is that Frank Joseph is here? This Frank Joseph and Mark Holmes are supposed to have a fight. You guys are going to have some sort of fight, right? He said there's some sort of boxing match. He said, aren't you supposed to fight? Somebody told me that they're fighting in June. I got to ask Mark about this. I want to bet the fight. I want to referee it. Here's Joe Higashi legit leg kick. 500, Tubby 500. Great win for you guys, but you guys aren't good enough for the playoffs. Joey Fatboy Shakes doesn't even believe Philly or he's been taking the bet. What bet did he want you to take?
I don't even remember what his bet was. He said it a few streams ago. I forgot what he wanted to happen. I have no idea.
No, Joey's Fatboy Shakes and Tubby 500. Boy, I feel so good. Let's see. Nathan says, I need Miami tight end and defense for fantasy to save my season. I hope your season goes good, man. But I gotta say, I need Miami to lose. My thought with New Orleans is, we got the tiebreaker on them, right? We're gonna be fine. But I need that Miami pick to fall back into the top 10.
Yeah. Yep.
The Dolphins pick was always going to be a lower, but Teddy couldn't cruise. They were 1-7. 1-7. Okay, I understand you win 2 games here, but they won 6 in a row. I mean, that sucks, man.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion. Yeah, it did. It did. 500, someone's timeout Frank, no reason. Yeah, well, don't time him out. We don't time people out for no reasons. We don't do that. Let's see. It's illegal to time people out here. That's right. Unless they break one of the 3. So let me see. So we know Miles. Miles is banged up now. We may lose him. Howard, we don't know. What were your thoughts on Regular today? Because Regular, he had a really bad drop, but he had a really good punt return today too.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those games where, from more weeks where he's in the negative yardage. I mean, he contributes in some ways. They kicked it to the 40. They punted it to the 40-yard line, and instead of moving sideways, running sideways, or running backwards, he ran forwards. And then you start to see that special teams pedigree that we got when we drafted him. He can make those moves. It's just, he just never does that, and that's going to be once in a while. Right. The drop, that's just what he does. I don't know. I mean, I forgot what other catch that he had today. The screen pass. The screen.
He had a wide receiver screen pass. I think he got a first down, right? I think it led to a first down. But he also dropped one. He dropped a pass that there was nobody 5 yards around him.
Right.
And he turned that thing up, and he probably goes into the end zone. It was that bad, Here's my theory, because Moore says, I don't understand Regular. He'll make tough catches and drop the most obvious, easy catches. What is wrong with that? See, to me, Moore, this is mental. It is completely mental with him, because a guy who's going through maybe mental stuff and pressure, the tough catches, nobody has any expectations of. So you don't press or you worry about it, then you make the play. But the easy catches you think about and you're overthinking. That's what he does. Like, look at the punt today, right? He had a really good return today. Do you know the reason why he had a great return was because the way the ball bounced and he had to recover it, he didn't have time to think about it. He had to react. And he reacted and had to go full speed right up the middle. And that's what he does too much. He thinks about the situation. That's what I think, anyways.
No, you actually said it perfectly. Yeah, because he had no time to hesitate. Because usually when he gets those punt returns, he hesitates and he figures out where he's got to go. I never thought of it that way. You actually said that's spot on.
I mean, that's it. That's it. Let's see. We got 401 people in here. Thank you so much for being here. Please please subscribe. I don't know. Something's going on with timeout. Frank, I don't know what happened. I can't. It's hard to follow the chat, but yeah, we only, everybody knows the rules like timeout. So let's see here. How many more sleeps till we beat the NFC East? What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
I don't know if I'm reading that wrong. Cryptologist said maybe Regular needs an Akusa. I don't know what that is either. What is that?
Nope.
I don't know what you people are talking about. Yeah, Cowboys got 56 points. It's ridiculous, man. The Cowboys. I mean, the only thing about this game, Washington game going on now, is Washington's going to be so pissed off and embarrassed that we're going to have to deal with them next week. You know what I mean?
Their players were fighting on the sideline. I think Payne and I think some of the defensive line was fighting on the sideline. So might be pissed off next week.
Yep. So we got over 400 people here. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new to the channel, please please subscribe, and make sure you click the link in the description. Go sub up Joey Shakes, the better half of the Philly Shakedown podcast. Now, Joey, you've been sick. You feeling okay, man? You heard you were going through some stuff here and there and all over.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, and I hope it's not what I think it is. So I'm gonna find out. Yeah. So
you need to go find out. Teddy Cancun Cruz, he's in Cancun. He don't get it. He's at 500. I agree with the Regular. He needs a psychologist with him 24/7. But he's had these issues since TCU. I hated the pick then. I still hate it now. Yeah, I didn't know anything about these kind of issues. You know what I mean? Damian Randy says, Dave for Super Chat, he says, pump your brakes, Kara.
Something's going on.
I don't know. Something's going on. We got a war. Let me see here. Young Money says, Dow's throwing a parade for beating Washington, thinking they are unstoppable. They do. They really think they're unstoppable. I mean, Dallas fans think that, and that's fine. They just destroyed Washington. But their day is coming. Their day is definitely coming. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. No question about it. Let's see. Strategic move by the Cowboys. What move would that be? I guess I missed half of that. Let me see. Yeah, get rid of the adult website spam. You can get rid of that. You know what I mean? Let's see what Joe Higashi legit league kick says. 500, watching Mark Holmes gloat annoys me. Haha. He's smug. He's literally Pete from Goof Troop. Haha. But our bet, Joey, Eagles playoffs bottle. They don't make it atomic wedgie. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know.
Jeez.
It's crazy.
Man, yeah, it's crazy. What did you think about the play calling defensively today with Gannon? I'm just underwhelmed by Gannon all the time.
I mean, yeah, you did it. You played well against a really bad team defensively. So I mean, they blitzed here and there. You know, I thought they had pressure. I thought they had some consistent pressure for a bit. They were getting back there. So I mean, you know, I don't know how much. I mean, to see them do it against a really good team is yet to be really seen. But I don't know. I'm not I'm not really big on Gannon even being the DC after this year. I mean, there's a lot of interest right now. I mean, with the Vikings going on, they if they don't make the playoffs, could be getting rid of Zimmer. Zimmer might become a defensive coordinator next year.
Right.
So there's some rumors about that. So for the Eagles to get a veteran defensive coordinator would be nice, but I don't know with Howie Roseman here if they're going to be able to get any type of veteran coaches
right
in the building. So I don't know.
Yeah. The friendly neighborhood blue shell. Thank you for the super chat, my man. You the man, by the way. He says, is Joey Shakes 72 worried that the Washington team will come out angry against the Eagles and try to drag the Eagles down the toilet with them?
I mean, they're going to be pissed off coming to this game, but the Eagles just have to capitalize and just stick with the same formula. They can't go in a first half and be totally flat the whole time because you're not gonna come back in games like that. You're lucky the Giants are bad because they're not going to come back against a good team. So
right, exactly. Sharon, how are you doing? She says this move by Dallas was to send all these teams beware. This is just putting them as a target. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a statement game. I think, no question about it. But listen, Dallas, they have a tendency to choke. It's just the way it's been for like 30 years. Yeah. So I'm until they actually go out and get to like an NFC Championship game, I think they're going to choke again. That's what I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see here. Let's see. Imagine we make the playoffs and beat Dallas first round. Poetic justice at its finest for that horrible loss for them. That's my dream. Like, to me, that would make my whole season. Like, I whatever happens at that point, I'm fine. Like, if they could somehow knock Dallas out of the playoffs, oh my god,
that'd be a dream come true.
That would be amazing. I'm going to tell you, and I said this in my cigar video that'll be out late tonight. But I thought, to me, the best player on the field is going to be weird. I thought it was Alex Singleton. Yeah. Baby arm Singleton, to me, had his best game I've ever seen. He actually made plays. He actually pushed people around. He had a pick six. I was actually kind of impressed with him today. I thought he had a good game.
Yeah, I can agree with that. He was all over the field. I saw him making hard hits today. I mean, he was all over the field. So even TJ Edwards almost had a pick today, too, at the end there as well.
TJ Edwards. I like TJ Edwards. I think he's a good player. Gandalf the White says, if we make the playoffs, do you think Gannon changes the scheme any? I don't think he's going to do anything.
In a positive way, no. Offensively, keep doing what you're doing. Don't change anything. But defensively, right. I don't know what we're doing every game. There's no formula that the Eagles play every single game defensively. I don't know what they're doing. So,
right. Exactly. Let's see. Damian says, 500 reminds. Oh man, it's still going on. 500 remind mods of your 3 rules. It's simple. No overt spam. No racist stuff, and no threatening to kill somebody. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys can get along. You know what I mean? I'll have to give everybody some eggnog or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Let's see. Fins up. Oh no, fins up. Fins got to go down. We need the Fins to lose. No question about it. The thing is as bad as the first half was, they were coming off 3-4 days rest. You know what I mean? So yeah. I mean, you wonder how much that plays an impact. I mean, look at Washington. Washington just lost 56-14. So I wonder how much that affects them.
People are talking about Marcus Epps. What do you think about Marcus Epps so far? Do you think he's legitimate? Could be maybe just more of a backup? Maybe a third safety?
I see him as a role player, backup player, decent player. Yeah. I don't think he's a starter. I don't think he's a you sign him because he's going to be starting the next 5 years. I think he's a role player.
Right.
I think when you tend to be weak at certain positions, I think that guys who even are just somewhat competent look better than what they are. I mean, remember how Nate Gary 1 year, he had a half a decent year. Alex Singleton last year was a great, he's going to be a Pro Bowl linebacker. I think that we tend to do that when we're so inept at certain positions.
I think Epps is a decent player, a good role player, a good back, but he's not the guy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know. And what do you think? What do you think about him?
No, I think I agree. I think he's a good role player. I don't think he's anything special. Like, he's got his good games, his bad games. Like, he's very up and down, but when he makes plays, he makes them and does a good job. So I think he could be a nice third safety for us.
I mean, look, right now, Anthony Harris is on a 1-year deal, so he probably goes. I don't know if McLeod comes back. Kavon Wallace, I don't even know where he is.
God.
Where,
special teams.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's like we need safeties. That kid from Notre Dame, man, that Hamilton kid. Jaden says wants to know, who do I think the best linebacker? I'll say I think T.J. Edwards is their best linebacker.
Oh yeah, hands down, definitely.
Yep. Lane Fame TV says, do we still need to win out? So right now we control our own destiny. The Eagles win out, they're in. They don't need any help from anybody else anymore. Now, and I think I read this right, if the Eagles win next week and the Vikings lose, which I think is going to happen, but the Saints lose also, the Eagles clinch then. So they could technically clinch next week with a Saints loss and a Vikings loss. Now, wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, if it turned out like that, which it probably won't. But if it turned out like that, then yeah, it'd be perfect. If we can clinch next week, that'd be great.
Young Money wants to tell you something, Joey. He says, someone, and it's going to be him, needs to tell Joey Michael Myers sucks. What do you think about that?
And how mad he gets. What?
Yeah, he get mad. He's not mad. He get mad. Take Cancun Cruz. I love that name, by the way. 500. We should trade for Aiden Hutchinson. He would have a Ray Lewis type effect on the defense. Look, I've seen a little bit of him. He looks fantastic. You have 3 first-round picks. If you want to trade up and get one of those guys, you can. I think the key to what they're going to do in the draft is that Miami pick's got to fall in the top 10. Like, if we can get it to be the number 9th pick, the 10th pick, then we're in business.
Yeah, forget that Colts pick. That Colts pick is long gone. That's going to go wherever it's going to go out there. We're not going to fetch for it.
Yeah. Look, I said this. I think the Colts are legit scary in the playoffs because any team that can run as well as they can, and I think the Eagles will be in games too. They're going to be in games in the fourth quarter. And if Carson can make some throws, which I think he's capable of, I think that the Colts could be a scary team. Could you imagine a situation in which they win a Super Bowl? I have to kill Howie Roseman. I mean, not literally, but figuratively, I'd have to come on here and destroy him because you don't trade away a guy that wins a Super Bowl like that. You just don't do it.
It's gonna make him look really bad. It's gonna be sad. It's gonna be sad for a lot of Eagles fans too. That big Carson fans.
Yep. Exactly. Tyler says the Miami game could be the difference between a top 10 pick and a 15. We need Kyle Hamilton due to the fact that McLeod and Harris both are going after this. Tyler, great. We need the Saints to win. Now, I think Miami has the Saints left. They have the Patriots left, and they have somebody else that I think is pretty good. They have a couple tough games left, but if they can lose tomorrow, they possibly could lose out.
Yeah, I agree.
Can Philly beat Dallas? Absolutely. Absolutely, the Eagles can beat Dallas. Now, I know Dallas fans don't want to hear it, and I say this, and they shoo me, and I think you should keep doing it because it's going to come back and haunt you. But if I'm a team I'm playing in the playoffs, let's say I'm a 1 or 2 seed, I got home field advantage, I am not going to feel comfortable playing a divisional opponent. Those games are usually close unless it's Washington, but you know what I mean? They're usually close, and anything can happen. So, yeah, the Eagles can beat Dallas. They can.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know, matchup-wise and how they're going to do. I mean, it's an NFC East game, but to go the second time around of how far this team has changed from the beginning of the season till now is a huge difference and could be vital to what the Eagles could do, especially being the number one rushing attack in the NFL. So
yeah, exactly. Jimmy Snow says we need the Saints to lose. Well, I see a Viking thumbnail, so yeah, Vikings would need them to lose. To me, we don't need them to lose. We just need Miami to lose, and we could get in. Here you go. Here's Mustache Milk. Stop dreaming, Philly. What makes you think Dallas is just going to lay? I didn't say they were going to lay down. Nobody said they're going to just lay down and open up their cheeks. Nobody said that. I'm just saying it's division games are never easy. Don't you guys remember when Dallas was, I think 13-3 one year? They had home field, and the Giants come in, and I think the Giants had lost to Dallas twice, and they come in and they win. Divisional games are wild card games.
And it's not even that. It's not even that, though, but like the regular season's the regular season. Once you get into the playoffs, it's a totally different ball game. Like, it's a reset button. Like,
yeah,
what you do in the regular season doesn't mean what you're going to do the same thing in the playoffs. It's right. It's a whole different ballgame.
And it doesn't even matter that Dallas could, on paper they could have the more talented roster, but in a division game where teams know each other that well, you get a fumble here, a play here, anything can happen. So yes, like if the roles were reversed, and let's say the Eagles were the number 2 seed and Dallas was the 7th seed, I would be worried about that. That would worry me as a game. I would say, yeah, we still could win, but that would concern me. That's all I'm saying. Wow. Huge. Thank you for super chat. He says, love the channel. Keep it up, guys. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. We got over 500 people, 528 people in here to be exact. Please please subscribe if you're new. Click the link in the description and click on Joey's channel and sub him up. Philly Eagles have no one on their team that can beat Dallas. No one. Guess what? You're going to find out. Just give us that chance. Just give us that chance first week of the playoffs. Here's what's going to happen. I'm telling you, Cowboy fans. This is what's going to happen. You're going to play us the last week of the season, and you're going to sit your starters because you're the number 2 seed. We are going to play. We are going to win. We are going to lock a playoff spot up. We are then going to go to Dallas and play you. And then with 3 seconds left, Jake Elliott kicks it is up, and it is gone. Eagles win. And you watch. It will happen. I want Dallas so bad. You know what I mean?
No, trust me.
I want it. Oh, Kara says, 500, burn the jersey for your victory video. I already did the victory video. I'd have to add it. But I don't know. I was thinking, like, man, I could burn that thing. And then I'm thinking, I don't know, man. Like, maybe I should just give it away to somebody, man. This thing still costs money, So I don't know. I may give it to Bad Dog, and send it to him, and maybe he could give it away to some Giant fan or something. I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might burn it. Who knows? Garrett says Dallas will play everyone last week because the number 2 seed gets 2 home games, so they're not laying down. But what I'm saying is I think they may have that seed. That could be locked up. It may be locked up, may not be. But let's hope,
Mm-hmm.
I love Cowboy fans to think every Cowboy fan, oh yeah, we're just gonna beat everybody. Oh, we're gonna beat this guy, we're gonna beat this. We haven't won but 2 playoff games in 30 years. You're gonna just beat everybody? That's the weird thing. Eagle fans always, for all the years, all the disappointment, we always had that bad feeling like something was going to happen. We always would get worried and paranoid. Dallas fans are like, nah, we're going to be fine.
Yeah, that's how it is.
It's crazy. Minshew can beat the Cowboys. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't think they're going Minshew. No. I don't think you're going to see Minshew, even if Hurts struggles. I don't think they're doing it. I don't think it's going to happen. Tyler Goodwin, he says, Kyle Hamilton is a beast. He is being talked as one of the best prospects in the draft, but could flip to us at 8 or 10 due to the fact that he's a safety. He's 6'4", athletic as hell. Yeah, that's exactly what they need. The Eagles need a quarterback of that secondary, a guy that they can build around. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, if you can get him, forget it.
Can you imagine a link when Dallas hits oh, it would be wild. It would be crazy. No question about it. Yeah, so a lot of people are saying that JoeyShakes scored a touchdown today. Gabe Johnson, what about Lane Johnson touchdown? JoeyShakes got his first touchdown of his whole life. You keep ignoring me. You're going to say I'm not ignoring you. It's just a chat. It's so fast.
Wasn't that surprising? Like, just to take something out of the playbook like that, not even know, like, I was in 65. It's Lane Johnson with the touchdown, you know?
Yeah,
like
it was good. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's his first one in career. He's got more touchdowns than Regular.
Is there a rule with that? Is there like a rule with the offensive lineman going out for a pass?
I think you have to make yourself eligible, and you have to let the whatchamacallit know that you could go out. Right. Wally G says Philly 500. The Dolphins can definitely lose out because they got the Saints, Titans, and Patriots. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That Saints game they could win, but if they can if the Saints could beat them, I think they can lose out. That would probably give us a top 10 pick. That would be huge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Washington. I mean, look, Washington got destroyed tonight. They got destroyed by Dallas. I didn't see that coming. Not to that level. You know what I mean? Kevin says, overconfident Cowboy fans laugh out loud. You know damn well the Eagles cannot beat Dallas. I'm bookmarking this, Kevin, because I'm going to love to show it. You know what I mean? Let's add some mustache milk dud into this delusion, too. You say we are delusional, but here you all are 100. Y'all can't beat. We can beat Dallas. Yes, we can beat Dallas.
Any given game, bro. Any given game.
Why can't we beat Dallas? I don't think Dallas is that good. I don't look at Dallas and go, oh, they're tough. Dallas is beatable. You know. I'm sorry, they are. And I don't know that Dallas. I don't think Dallas could beat Green Bay.
No, I don't think so.
So,
either.
You know, LB says, Cow Clowns fans getting real cocky now, thinking they can beat everyone, but we not the same team we were in week 3 when they played us. I agree. It's a whole different world now. See, this is why it has to happen. This is why we need this. We need the Eagles Cowboys round 1 of the playoffs in Dallas, because this is what everybody wants. Whoever wins has all the bragging rights for a whole year. Mm-hmm. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, Milk Mustache Dud, whatever your name is. It's going to happen, my man. Mustache Milk Dud. It's going to happen. It is. Wally says he's been asking for rent. You know what? When I give some more out, you know, I'll definitely have you on the list. I have too many people getting hidden and timed out. I'm constantly taking people off of that list. I'm kind of not giving them right now. Let's see here. Arizona will beat Dallas this week. They may. See, Jalen Regular is here working at McDonald's. I see. So if we play Dallas round 1 of the playoffs, I'm going off. You're going to actually do something. You mean like in a good way? Regular, man. Regular got down on himself in this game, and like every time he messes up, he gets really down on himself. It worries me. It worries me because I see Nelson Aguilar in him. I really do.
Yeah, I get it.
You know. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Let's see what else we got here. Let me try to catch up to these chats here. Eagles been playing good football, Rick. I mean, look, they played a good half of football. I thought I wouldn't even say it was great. Like, I don't think the second half was just totally great. I still think it wasn't that good, but the first half was so bad. Yeah. I mean, if you had any other team, it would have been like a 24-0, 24-3. It was that kind of bad half, you know?
Yeah.
Robert says, don't count your chickens before they hatch. As far as Green Bay, their defense is awful. Dallas could beat the Cheeseheads, and the Feagles are not scared. Hey, look, anybody can beat anybody in the playoffs. I look at all those teams and especially those 4 division leaders, and I think all of them could go to the Super Bowl. So, you know, it is what it is.
Especially these refs now with these calls. It's they had that Devontae Smith touchdown today. They called it, then they reversed it. Literally, they had to review it twice. Did
you ever see anything like I've never seen? How does that happen? They call a touchdown, reverse it, replay it, and relook again, and then change it again. How does that even happen? Like somebody's got to explain. Like, I feel like somebody was cheating. Like, I don't know how that happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
weird. Yeah. Mr. Tana 2005 says, at 500 Joey Shakes, greetings from the great country of Romania. Chat 2. Well, hey, man, greetings to you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Alex Baby Alarm Singleton. Philly 500. Did you see my pick 6 today? We saw it. I saw you running that little bulging muscle right on the bicep. Little bean muscle was popping out. Yeah, it was all veiny and stuff. It was disgusting. But good job. Here you go. You all lost the Giants weeks ago. Hurts ain't built to beat Dak touchdown for touchdown. Look, if the Eagles are playing their game, he won't have to. Okay? Because they're going to be running the ball. I love it. Yeah, just keep saying the Eagles can't do it. I keep saying it. Keep saying it. Mm-hmm. Kenny Vargas says, Derek got to go. Rager need to go too because Rager's look, if we're talking about Derek Barnett, I think he stinks. And another offsides today. I mean, he did get a little bit of pressure, which was nice. But I mean, I think most of the fan base is at the point where it's like Barnett's got to go, you know. In my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's no way. I mean, we talked about free agency. We talked about maybe getting a pass rusher, whether it's a draft or getting one free agency wise. Maybe Brandon Graham comes back on a veteran minimum deal. But as for like Derek Barnett, like it's done. Like the train's done with Derek Barnett. Go. Yeah,
got to go. I don't know. The world's going to hell. I got sirens going off everywhere. Wally G says, Philly 500 and Joey, I'd like to know your perspective on Hurts' footwork and will he improve on accuracy? I've been watching Hurts from his Alabama days and didn't like him. Well, I think you can improve your accuracy, and I think good mechanics is a big part of that. I think you can improve that. You can improve your footwork, both of which he needs help with. Okay, he needs to improve. Where I don't think he can improve is I don't think he can really improve all that much his arm strength. But I do think he can improve his accuracy, and to me, that's the whole deal with Jalen Hurts right now. Can he do that? Can he become more accurate and a better passer? And if he does, you have a franchise quarterback. And if he can't, I think you got a backup quarterback. So, I mean, that's the big question. You know what I mean?
I think even climbing in the pocket too, when he climbs in the pocket, sometimes like he's patient, and then there's times where he moves around left and right. He scrambles around so much the pocket breaks down, the blocking assignments break down. He's getting chased. So I mean, I think that's another thing that's really not consistent. He's way too twitchy when he's in the pocket, which isn't a bad thing. But when the pocket starts to break down, the protection breaks down. He starts getting chased all over the place. You have holding calls. Things happen. That's probably another issue I have with him. But it varies from game to game, though, depending on the situation.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting experience. He's learning to play, and he's in situations where you're basically playing to get into the playoffs. So I think we're getting to see a lot with him. And though I don't think he was good at his first half, I thought he was bad. I'm not gonna. I thought he was bad in the first half, and I thought a lot of the players on the team were too. I liked the response in the second half.
Yeah,
and that's something I think you can at least build on. Fly Park says 500. We owned the tiebreaker against the Saints. We are in the playoffs today. Yes, we are in the playoffs today. I know you want to draft pick, but Saints on our back. They got to lose to distance. I'm willing to take the chance that we still beat the Saints out because the Saints don't have the tiebreaker against us. We own the tiebreaker as long as it's a 2-team tiebreaker. I'm willing to take the chance because I think that that Miami pick really needs to be a top 10 pick. And I really want that top 10 pick. So I think the Saints can win.
And I think that they'll keep pace with the Eagles, but I think it's more important to get that pick climbing back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
HT, my man, he says next game, good night. All right, buddy. You have a good night. I mean that's my thoughts, you know.
Yeah.
So John Jones said, who was the last Eagles offensive lineman to score touchdown? You mean before Lane Johnson? That's a great question.
I'm sure.
Oh man,
I don't even know.
I'm trying to think. I don't either. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't think it was Peters. I don't remember Peters catching one. Might have been Peters. Might have been Runyon or something. I don't know. If you have the answer, though, tell me. Philadelphia underdogs. He says 500. If the season ended today, it would be Eagles versus Cowboys in the wild card. Yes. So if Cowboys win the division, does it really matter if we play the same game in the playoffs anyways? No, it don't matter if they win the division to us. I mean, we're going to play them anyways. It's looking like right now the Cowboys are the 2 seed, and the Eagles are 7th. So I mean, as long as we play them, I think we got a chance to beat them. You know, the question is going to be when they play us the last week of the season, are they going to need that game or are they going to be resting guys? You know, because if you're a team like Dallas. And let's say, a team that is not going to get a bye week. You're not getting a bye week. Remember, it used to be the top 2 seeds get a bye week. Now it's only the top seed. So if you're not getting any rest, they may rest those guys. It depends. It just depends where the seed is, you know?
Yep.
I don't think, if let's say Dallas is the 2nd seed and they're fighting with the Rams and the Buccaneers for that 2nd seed, I don't think those teams between 2 and 4 give a crap. I honestly don't think they care as much. I think they care about that 1 seed. And if you don't have the chance to get that number 1 seed, I think they sit guys.
Might. Yeah, they might.
JJ, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, how about them Cowboys? Look, I'm not going to take anything away from the Cowboys today because they destroyed the Washington like a person going after a giraffe with a long neck. Mike Glennon is here. Long neck hybrid alien is in the house. Thank you for super chat. He says, hey Philly, how would you rank my quarterback play against you guys? Absolutely disgustingly horrible. I thought Glenn was bad too. I think it's hard to be accurate with that kind of neck. I really do, but I thought Glenn is... No, I'm serious, dude. Think about it. You got that long neck, real thin, and you got that big head on there.
He can see over everybody, though.
But what I'm saying is you have to have muscles in your neck to hold the head up, because when you go back to pass and you set your feet, and then you're trying to step up, the wind blows, your neck wants to go this way, it wants to go that way. It's very hard to be accurate and have a long neck like that. That's my theory. You know, we're going for number. Yeah, I think Dallas is going for number 1 seeds. Yes, Baby Arms was my player of the game, man. I was impressed with Baby Arms. You know, I was.
Yeah, he was
Mike
good
Glennon.
today.
Thank you for super chat again. He said, if they started me, I would have beaten you. I don't know. You might have lost instead of what was the final score of this game? 34-3, something like
10.
that. 10. It would have been 34-17. You might have got one more touchdown.
Maybe, yeah.
You know,
I didn't think you'd actually play as bad. I mean, I don't know.
Don't be me, 500. Cali Dogs says Philly is ass. Yeah, right. Let's see. Rodell says, if the Eagles come to Dallas, I will bet Dallas defense outscores the Eagles alone. All right, so the bet is that if the Eagles go to Dallas, Dallas defense will score more than the Eagles offense. I'll take that bet. When the time comes, let's bet. We'll come up with something good. Alex Baby Arm Singleton, you are the player of the game. You were my player of the game. I thought you were really good today. I even saw a little mini bicep about the size of a pea. You know, I thought you were pretty good, though. We got 544 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like, subscribe. We appreciate you guys being here. Clark Roberts, thank you for super chat. He says Glennon looks like an alien and a draft. He really looks like a hybrid alien because he's got the bald big head with no hair, and then he's got this ET neck. He really does. I think Green Bay is going to end up getting the number 1 seed. I just do, especially if they beat Minnesota, because then they finish off. I think they got Minnesota and Detroit. So I think they're going to end up with the number 1 seed. Now, the number 2 seed is a 3-way tie, which Dallas is actually winning right now. But it's the Rams, the Tampa Bay, and Dallas. That could go any way, really. Beat Blade says the player of the game was Lane Johnson. You were the player of the game.
Yes. I have to make a speech. Yeah.
Yes, you do. Legend Killer says the Rams were scarier than the Cowboys for me. I think so too. I think the Rams are very scary. I don't know what Stafford's going to do in the big moments, in the big games, because he's come up. I don't think he's ever won a playoff game. So I don't even know if has he even been to playoffs? Maybe once. I can't remember.
Was that the Cowboys game when they got screwed? Was that the Cowboys game when they got screwed on that PI?
That wasn't that Green Bay. Oh, that was Detroit, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think.
I don't know if that was that a playoff game though.
I don't know. I don't know if it was a playoff game. I forgot.
I can't remember. Yeah. Would you trade all 3 first rounders for number 1 pick? Overall, number 1 pick? It would depend who's there. Like it would legitimately depend who's there. I don't think you trade all 3, but I would consider trading 2. You know. Cryptologist says 500. Love this chat. Funniest channel you. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yo, 500. The game versus the Giants was like one of those horse racing off to a bad start, but finish high in the end. Absolutely. It was. I mean, it was a tale of 2 halves. No question about it. Is the 5th seed possible if Arizona loses out? Well, let me see here. Let me pull up the standings. Arizona's 10-5, so they would have to go 10-7. Let me see in their conference. They're 6-4 in the conference. Eagles are 6-4 in the conference too. It might. I mean, maybe. Yeah,
it might.
I mean, I guess I don't know what the other tiebreakers entail, but I mean, that's crazy thought, you know. But Arizona does play Dallas this week. And they've come in, I think they've lost 3 in a row. So, Cooper Kupp MVP. I heard some people say that. He's definitely a candidate. No question about it. He's having a monster year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let's see. Tyler says, I'm not too worried about the Eagles pick and the Colts pick because linebackers always slip far in the draft. A top 3 linebacker will be available in the 20s, and so will second, third best corner. Yeah, I just can't see the Eagles taking a linebacker anywhere in the first round. We're lucky if they would do it in the second round. They just don't like linebackers. You know what I see is I see the Miami pick being the best pick we get, hopefully top 10. Then our pick, then the Colts. I think our pick or the Colts pick is going to become a first round pick the following year after.
Right.
You know. We have the tiebreaker over Arizona if we finish with the same record. But that's true if it's a head-to-head tiebreaker. But what you got to watch in these situations is 3-way tiebreakers because a lot of teams have the same record. You know?
Right.
Have you watched Devin Lloyd at all?
I have not. No, I have not watched him yet. Mm-mm.
No, he hasn't. So let me think. What are your thoughts overall? Like headed into this next week with Washington, like where do you see this team kind of at right now? What do you think needs to happen to be ready to go play Washington and get a win?
I think, well, depending on what we get, you know, with these injuries to the running back position this week between Miles Sanders and Jordan Howard, just say you lose both of these guys, then, you know, you don't have a bruiser back anymore to tire out defenses. So there's ways to use Boston Scott in certain ways where he could use that sneak speed that he has. And obviously Kenneth Gainwell, which you can move him all over the field. They might move another running back up if they have to. Maybe other than really Jason Huntley's probably the only guy that could really just move up that could probably play. But you really don't have any big guys back there. So what you could do is, just stick with the same formula, stick with the run game, really just stick with the same formula on offense. Defensively, Gannon just has to do more when it comes to these more important games against better opponents offensively. So,
right. No, I hear you. Danelle Brown says, do you know if the Eagles win next week against Washington and Minnesota loses to Green Bay, the Eagles was clinch a wild card automatically? Now, I did see something on that. Wasn't there a situation where didn't New Orleans have to lose 2 or something? I'm not sure, but that would be unbelievable if they actually clinched and then didn't have to play that last week against Dallas. Right. That would be crazy, But it's interesting. Mike Glennon Jr. Oh, look, you still got a long neck, just not as long as your dad's. You're wrong, 500. Eagles should trade for my dad. At least he can read the defense. Yeah, from far away. From far away, buddy. Awesome. Well, we're an hour in. I know Joey isn't feeling too good tonight. It's been a long day. Any parting words, Joey, before we get up on out of here?
The Eagles control their own destiny as of right now. They have nothing to lose. They don't. They're going to – you should feel very comfortable right now about the Eagles. Obviously the first half of this game wasn't good. You go into next year, there's a lot going for this team. And obviously Howie Roseman has to do a lot to this next year's going to be a very crucial year for the Eagles and the future of this team and how good this team could be to get close to a contender. Right. I think the Eagles just got to follow this formula and, keep running the football. We got to find out the injuries this week. Defensively, we just got to pray. Really, I think that's really it. Yep. And really hopefully step up and blitz a lot more. And Gannon's got to stop doing Gannon things on the field. So I think there's a big chance. On this roster still? Someone told me he's not on the team anymore. I don't know.
Check. If he's there, you can bring him up. I wouldn't mind that. John Jones says Todd Herman's was the offensive lineman. That's right. I think I remember that now. Herman's was the last guy to score a touchdown. Interesting.
Holyfield's on the Bengals. So
he's on the Bengals now? Jeez. Yeah, we don't have a big back.
Nope.
Danelle says, if the Eagles beat Washington next week, Minnesota. Oh, well, look, I think that's going to happen too. I think Minnesota's going to lose to Green Bay. And then, we're going to have a tough game at Washington, especially after the embarrassment that they got. You know what I mean?
Agree, yeah.
It's kind of crazy. All right, guys. Well, listen, I want to thank you guys for joining us. We're gonna get going. I know it's late. I hope you guys all had a great Christmas and holidays, and I hope you guys have a good New Year's. It should be an interesting week. Eagles, we got to see what's going on with Miles, but Eagles right now control their own destiny, and it should be interesting. Make sure you guys on the way out, click the link in the description. Go sub up my man, Joey Shakes. And Joey, anything else, man, you want to say before we get on out here?
That's it. We're getting ready. We're getting ready. Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. I'm ready. Let's do it. All right, guys. Well, we're going to let you go. It's been a long day. Hope you guys have a great night, evening, and then we'll see what happens tomorrow. With that said, you guys take care. We will talk to you later. And of course, don't be a dingbat. Peace.